Hello, everyone. I am Ying Tao. There is a saying, once a man starts running and exercising and pays attention to his appearance, he is in love. In fact, men are very good at pretending and performing. Although many men have extramarital affairs, they will not easily reveal the truth in these easily noticeable details. However, there are some details that are easily overlooked by men, but it is easy to expose the true face of men. To see whether a man has deviated from the law, you only need to look at these few details of life, and you can see it at a glance. Why, if you keep your mobile phone with you, there must be something fishy. Reader Zhao Min is a carefree girl, but she still captures the man's extramarital affair very intuitively. The reason is very simple. For a period of time, Zhao Min found that the man kept his mobile phone with him. Even when taking a shower, he would bring his mobile phone into the bathroom. The reason the man gave Zhao Min was that he was chasing a project recently, and he was afraid of missing the news from Party A. However, an inadvertent action eventually betrayed him. One night, the man was sitting on the balcony playing with his mobile phone. Maybe he was involved. Zhao Min went to the balcony to click close, and the man didn't notice it at all. When he found that Zhao Min had come to his side, the man subconsciously turned his phone upside down on the small table, and then turned around to ask Zhao Min what was going on. It was just such an inadvertent and flustered action that Zhao Min realized that the man must be up to something. And the real fact was indeed as Zhao Min expected. As a work and entertainment tool that modern people cannot live without, mobile phones are the concentration of a person's secrets. If a man keeps his mobile phone with him all day, can laugh at his mobile phone, look at his mobile phone to worry, and can be extremely sensitive to his mobile phone because of a little bit of wind and grass, then there must be some secrets in his mobile phone that cannot be told. 2. Start to avoid family responsibilities. There must be a problem. Another reader, Kian, found that her husband cheated, but it started from an incredible phenomenon. The man was not a very motivated person. He always took one step at a time at work and had no strong enterprising spirit and fighting spirit at all. Kian and the man had quarreled countless times because of this issue, but the man said confidently that there is always someone in this world who has assaulted Fished an ordinary person. But a year ago, Kian found that the man suddenly became very busy and often worked overtime. Kian was happy but a little confused. The man told her that now that the child was grown up and he was middle-aged, he felt a huge pressure in life and he had to work hard. Kian's doubts were temporarily dispelled. However, a decision made by the man half a year ago made her sensitively aware that something was wrong with the man. Because the man took the initiative to ask the company to send him to a branch in another county, and this kind of assignment was a typical promotion in name only, and usually no one would take the initiative to ask for it. Kian paid attention to it and finally found that the man had a shady relationship with a female salesperson in the branch. His so-called business in the past year was just to avoid family responsibilities and have more time, space, and energy to cultivate feelings. A family is made up of two people, and under normal circumstances, men will also consider their family responsibilities. Once a man starts to become particularly busy, and even starts to use the method of living apart to avoid family and marriage, then he must have selfish motives. 3. The physical intimacy is gone. It is a foregone conclusion. A recent consultation is very sad. 45-year-old Wang has been confused about her sexless marriage in the past 2 years. Her husband is only 4 years older than her, but in the past 2 years, the physical intimacy has dropped from less to none, a cliff-like decline. Wang has also had a quarrel with the man, but the man always said that he was under great pressure at work and that he was in poor health and middle age and no longer had the worldly desires. The man was very sincere, and Wang was afraid of divorce because she had 2 children, so she kept playing ostrich and convinced herself to believe the man's statement. But in the end, the real facts slapped her in the face. The man had someone else outside the marriage. Whether it is love or not, the body is the most honest. Once a man starts to avoid physical intimacy or even directly turns into a sexless marriage, then he has problems outside the marriage, which is basically set in stone. Just because, when it comes to worldly desires, men will only be honest if they are hung on the wall. Don't believe the man's so-called tiredness, physical failure, and no mood. There is no such thing in the marriage, but it is just that he is full outside the marriage.